And when you begin to see in the moment, and you see aware space, you become a witness of what is at the moment. Of course, the Miracles calls it the holy instant, because this instant is holy. It is complete. It is one. You see? There is nothing but that. And that is your greatest teacher. So when there are moments when your mind becomes quiet, totally quiet, that doesn't mean it's no thinking. It means you don't give a damn. Okay? That's what it means. It means you're just here. You know that you're just here. No matter what's going on, it doesn't matter. You're just here. Now when you allow yourself to be totally here, at that moment, you just see, I'm just aware space. That's it. And then you begin to understand what you could not understand with your mind before. There's only just this. Some other points were, I just realized I don't know anyone except my ideas about them. That's quite a statement too. People live together for many, many years and they think they know each other. And all they get to know is the ego. So they say, oh, you've changed so much. You're not the romantic person you were before. You see? Or you're not like this. Or I thought you were like this. You see? And we never really get to know the being that is in front of us, because we think that being is our idea of it. You see? But that being is the now itself, which is you in a different form. And this is why if you hurt someone, you hurt yourself. And this is why if you judge someone, you're judging yourself. That's called karma too, you see? But the understanding of this makes you transcend karma. Because you begin to see so clearly that there is no subject and object. There is only subject and object as one. Do we understand what that means, subject and object are one? Is it clear? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. You're going to ask something? Oh, okay.
Somebody read.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Please ask if you're not clear about something. Subject is anything that you cannot experience as an ego, as a person. As a person, you cannot experience subjective knowledge. You can only experience objective knowledge. Okay? You might say, but I have a self-image. Isn't that subjective? No. The mind always turns it into an object. It's an image. You see? Assaggiola, the founder of psychosynthesis, said that 95% of our energy is spent protecting, defending, and maintaining our self-image, which is just imagination. Okay? So we have made it into an object. If right now I think of love, okay, that love is no longer a subject. It has become an object. Stay with me here. Why? Because if you think of love, one time I asked people, I said, what do you think of love? And if a person happens to be physical, they think of sex or making love. If it happens emotionally, they say, oh, it's intimacy. It's being emotionally secure, affection. If a person happens to be spiritual, then they say God's love, divine love, and oneness, etc., etc. But you see, even if you objectify oneness, if you think of oneness as something, the moment you think of it, you've objectified it. So we cannot think subjectively as long as there is an experiencer. Are you with me? Okay. Who are you right now?
Nothing.
This moment.
Teacher. Well, no, nothing.
That's right. Who is this me? Can you find this me? Where is this me that you think you are? You cannot find it, right? No. Because now the real you is subjective. But if you say, oh, there's a subjective me, and then there's, you see, there's a duality here. You create the mind immediately, the moment it thinks about anything, no matter how spiritual, quote, it is, it becomes objective. It is the nature of the mind. This can be helped. We objectify everything. This is why seekers, or people who study spirituality from books over a period of time, they have read it so much about now, hereafter, reincarnation, whatever, these words, oneness, that they've objectified them. And then they wonder why they're not living from them.
So you're not supposed to be objective?
No, there's no such thing as not supposed to. But what happens is that anything that you think about becomes a thought. And then it objectifies automatically, because a thought always materializes in one form or another. It creates an image. It creates a structure. What you think of oneness, all of you, is totally different from each other. But oneness is not a thought. Oneness means there's life. There's only life appearing as you and me. You see? But you cannot think about it. You have to feel it in your heart. There has to be that aware space in which you can feel it. And when you feel it, you're no longer objectifying it. You're it.
Okay.
As long as you think about it, you objectify it. When you're it, you're no longer objectifying it. You are it. You are the now itself. You cannot think about now.
So if you're thinking about it, you're objecting about it, therefore you're not being it.
Very good.
But
Very good.
But
Yeah.
how do you not objectify it? If
You can't.
feel it right away.
You can't.
Oh,
You have to objectify it.
wow.
Object and subject are one. Got it?
Then you're not feeling it. So you're missing.
No. No, you see, you can't help doing what you do. Thank you for your questions. I mean, it's wonderful. I love it. Okay? Because you're bringing out very important aspects of it. You can't help doing what you do. You can't help thinking the way you do. Okay? We have no control over it. We are being lived by life. Life is living us. You're not as independent as you think you are. You're not a separate individual. You are life in manifestation. Okay? In other words, life chose to express as Petra now. Okay? So whatever you are thinking and objectifying is consciousness doing it through you. You can't help that. But you can be aware that this is what you're doing.
Okay.
So whatever I'm thinking is just an object, and it's not real. You see, this is the paradox. One realization that I had, the shift in a hospital, is that nothing is real. The only thing that's real is this aware space, this presence. But the moment I realized that nothing is real, then I felt the reality with me all the time. Do you understand? So the moment you begin to see that everything that you think about, even these words that I'm saying now, we're objectifying and we can't help it. But the moment you see that, you're moving beyond it. You see, we're not doing anything. All we need to do is see that we're objectifying. But there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong at all. And do not stop reading spiritual books. It's beautiful. I'm not saying to stop anything. What I'm saying is that they cannot awaken you, because awakening simply means seeing what is. You see? All the time seeing what is, moment to moment. And as you see what is, you begin to transcend. All it takes is one moment of thinking, oh, I know. The moment you do that, you're finished. You see? That's true. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
It's true
Because
when
what's
I
that?
hailed you and said, "Oh, I think I see what is," I think I became blind the next minute.
That's right. The moment you say, I got it, you're going to suffer. Why? Because I got it. There's it and there's me. Duality.